President Trump has launched a full-throttle attack on European countries and on the institution which binds most of them together, the EU. It's an attack on Europe's direction, its politics, its values.
Well, Europe is a different place.
What do you mean by that?
And if it keeps going the way it's going, Europe will not be, in my opinion, many of those countries will not be viable countries any longer. Their immigration policy is a disaster.
And whether he intends it or not, it plays right into the hands of Russia and Vladimir Putin.
You can imagine some leaders in Europe are a little freaked out by what your posture is, and European...
No, they should be freaked out by what they're doing to their countries. They're destroying their countries.
That was a clip from his 45-minute conversation with Politico's Dasha Burns.
I think they're weak, but I also think that they want to be so politically correct. I think they don't know what to do. Europe doesn't know what to do.
It's all part of a broadside on Europe, which he says is strangled by regulation, undermined by uncontrolled immigration, underinvesting in defence, and obsessed with wokery. Now, while many will relate to some or all of that, it is unusual, to say the least, for the American president to slam his allies, to undermine their unity, to support populist, nationalist opposition parties in Europe. So what's he up to? Is he really seeking to divide Europe and to help Russia? Because that seems to be the new American foreign policy thrust. From a European perspective, the optimist's view is that this is all just bluster from Trump. Tough love for his European friends. Advice that aligns with his politics. Don't take him seriously. That's the optimist's line. He changes his mind and his stance all the time. That last point is true for sure. He's been hot and cold on Ukraine for months, but let's be honest, he's been far more cold than hot.
You know, when I was in this office and I talked about no cards, I said, you have no cards. That was the time to settle. I thought that would have been a much better time to settle. But they, in their wisdom, decided not to do that. They have a lot of things against them right now. But you have President Putin had a very good meeting yesterday with Jared Kushner and with Steve Witkoff. What comes out of that meeting, I can't tell you, because it does take two to tango.
And so against the optimist's view, look at the bigger picture. Judge President Trump by his actions and his policy. Take this, the National Security Strategy document, just out. And for Europe's establishment, for Europe's governments, for Brussels and for Ukraine, it is chilling. Europe is on the brink of civilizational erasure, it says. It is more than plausible that within a few decades, at the latest, certain NATO members will become majority non-European. It talks about European nations becoming unreliable allies. That feeling surely is becoming mutual. In Europe, they are angry, some unwilling to articulate it.
Foreign Secretary, do you trust the Americans on Ukraine? Or on anything?
Better just to grin and bear it. But listen to the German Chancellor.
Manches darin ist nachvollziehbar, manches darin ist verständlich, manches darin ist für uns aus der europäischen Sicht inakzeptabel. Dass die Amerikaner nun die Demokratie in Europa retten wollen, dafür sehe ich keine Notwendigkeit. Das, wenn sie zu retten wäre, das würden wir schon alleine hinbekommen.
Pointed language because he and the rest of Europe know the bind they are now in. Their ally, their backer, their protector since 1945 is now openly hostile, yet they know too that there is a strategic necessity to keep America on side somehow. That explains the fawning, the state visits, the calling him daddy, the bowing to his tariff demands. The growing reality, though, is that this seems to account for naught. The more Europe bows, the more President Trump demands or undermines. These are truly testing times for Europe and its security.